Be aggressive. Be aggressive. BEPRO, cryptillions and crypto crackheads. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2021. And if you're new to the channel, if you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, then you have the honor of being able to choose your crypto pronoun. You can be a cryptillion or a crypto crackhead. Let me know in the comments section which one you want to be, and perhaps also mention where you're from. It's interesting to know from which countries I have viewers, or states within the United States. That's also interesting to me. So let's get after it. For newer viewers, this is a channel to help you maximize what you get out of crypto in this fourth of a 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, which is the only year that it's hot. The next year, it's likely going to be a 85% drop in Bitcoin. Last year was 83.5. Ethereum, in the first year of its cycle, in 2018, dropped 94.5%, so almost 95%. Went down to $80 from $1,200, and it's going to happen again. And so the party will be over, likely this year, almost up. It's almost definite. It's not definite. Could we get a double cycle? Maybe. But it's very unlikely. So this channel is helping you maximize what happens during the party. That only lasts a year, because the other 2 years, so after the dip, that takes a whole year to happen. You have 2 months of sideways movement, you know, a little up, a little down, but overall sideways. And it's essentially accumulation period. So it's not very exciting, but that's when you use your hard-earned money from a job just to chip in a little bit every week. And then when in the 4th year of the cycle, you'll see your account start growing like 4- and 5-fold. And then, you know, oh, it's time to start getting active and, you know, kind of maximizing our gains. And that's what this channel is about, how to maximize what you're getting out of it during the party that only lasts about 9 months. And it hasn't even gone parabolic yet. So anyway, with BEPRO, oh, and one last thing for newer viewers. So getting out of this channel, I know there are a lot of people who are coin loyalists who might have the mentality of, yeah, but Fantom or Holochain will be a top 20 coin. I get that, but if you use the charts and you look at percentages, what it means to get up to that level, your gains are going to be lower than what I get in 3 days sometimes. Literally 3 or 4 days, and you'll wait months for that. And not only do I get that in 3 days, then we flip it. You know, selling 10 bags, description in the section, we scout coins, and we're profiting way more than any coin loyalist out there. Even a coin loyalist who bought Fantom, you know, down at the near the bottom, I don't know when that would have been, December of last year. We're doing better than that. Holding a coin as a coin loyalist essentially sets you up for a month plus at a time of a lot of sideways movement where your money is going down and sideways when you could be growing it. So that's what this channel is all about. And then as you grow your bags while you're waiting on Fantom or a Holochain or whatever you're looking to buy, with this channel, you'll learn how to figure out, oh, wait, it's getting ready to take off. So you've taken a month, you've doubled, tripled, quadrupled your bags, then you can buy 4 times more than you had, because you're buying your Fantom or your loyal coin lower than what you sold at. And then you grew your bags 3 and 4 times by catching pops everywhere. So that's what this is all about. So here we go. BEPRO is, it was a real run. So I mentioned in my last video that we won't know anything until 8 p.m. Eastern New York time. That's when this week started. So this candle is the weekly. So see up here, I have the weekly. This candle has 6 days and 8 hours left. It started at 8 p.m. New York time on Sunday. And I said, I think it is you know, it's probable, which means over 50% chance. And I don't think I threw out 80% chance, but if I had to guess, I thought it would have been an 80% chance that this candle would have maybe started green and then slammed down, or just slammed down after this one closed. I was anticipating this to be a fake out, so I let all my viewers know that you need to be prepared for that, but also be prepared to play your 10 bags. Description of that in the section. If you hear me say anything else like EMA or exponential moving average or 10 bags or straddle, All that's down in essentially a video library in the description. You can go check it out and learn what that stuff is, because it's important in order to maximize your gains following this channel. So what my strategy was, I straddled my orders, which ended up being slightly too low, but that's the point of straddling. You don't know what's going to be too low or too high. I straddled my orders around 0.016, about right. So I straddled a little high because I thought it would wick through. And I didn't think it would close a 4-hour candle above. This is really impressive. And I straddled my orders here. So if BEPRO were to correct to come down, let's say it likes to play the 2-hour 89. So let's say maybe in 2 days comes down to 0.012, I would buy it back there. All right, you want to see what the price difference is between that? Where I sold 30%. So I can buy back more if that ends up happening. And then what happens? The price goes up. So, you know, just in one little hop, skip, and jump, you can just increase your bags. 30% is huge, right? That's from $1,000 to $1,300. And just in one little snippet of a move. I mean, that's nothing in comparison to what, you know, crypto crackheads and cotillions did here. We were doubling our bags from here, and here to there. Double. Want to see how? I mentioned, and I pretty much called it. I said, hey, yeah, that's more than double, right? Shit, that's double in one move. And I let my viewers know, hey, BEPRO has been playing the 2-hour 89 EMA. So look up here, I'm on the 2-hour chart. I had seen it, purple line, purple line, purple line, purple line, purple line. And I said, it's probably going to hit the purple line. And all my BEPRO fans, oh no, you know, it's red. I was like, no, purple line. And then as we do on this channel, we know when a coin ranges, it typically goes right back up to its high, which it did, and you sell again. And then oftentimes the second dip is slightly less or slightly more than the first dip. It depends on how aggressive the first dip was. This was like 40%. This is actually a fairly strong dip, 50%. Like it got cut, your money went to half, you know, from this point. So it's kind of scary, but it just went to the purple line like it always has. Like it's the trend. A trend works until it doesn't. Like, so you keep playing it until it doesn't work. So what am I going to do here? I'm going to keep playing it until it doesn't work. But this price action looks so strong. I think it might. So so this is my projection. I think it's going to do something. I think it's going to hit the stop line. It just found support here. And if it can hold that, folks, BEPRO will go over $1 before December. If BEPRO can sincerely find real support here, that means we get to ignore all these origin lines here. Description in the or video on that in the description section. I mean, this is gonna, if this really happens, this will set BEPRO to pass 1.8 billion market cap, like almost mathematically, like super statistically likely, as in close to 100%. But it has to really find the support here. If it crashes down through, well, bummer. We're looking at 50-something cents by June, right? With this dark green line. Need to go to the daily for that. Right? But even if it doesn't find support, folks, we're still sitting really, I mean, you'll still hit over $1 by the end of the year if it keeps following this. So this is, so by June, yeah, by June, we're at 60 cents. That's late June. Early June, we're at 30-something cents. Mid-June, assuming it spikes up and hits a high kind of like this. So during the spikes up to this dark green line, if this dark green line proves to be resistance instead of support, which right now it's been pure resistance, but sometimes in strong moves, as cryptilians, crackheads know, and crypto crackheads know, past resistance becomes future support. And then often after a deep correction, it crashes back down, and then that previous then support becomes future resistance, and it would get stuck below this line. But let's say even if something like that happened, by the end of the year, shit, by September 1st, you're at $14. Is it going to go that high? Probably not. I'll probably have to make this like double logarithmic. So this is logarithmic scale, and if you're not using a logarithmic scale to look at price action, you're making a huge mistake. But like what I say, double logarithmic is I would probably need to make this a curved line. So technically, being straight diagonal on a logarithmic scale is already curved. Actually, it would be curved the other way. So given that it's straight, that means it's taking a line like this and adjusting it like that so it looks straight. So logarithmic is similar to exponential where it goes up like that. And because this is straight, that means it's taking something that's swooping up and it essentially adjusts it to swoop down. Therefore, it's straight. That's essentially what that means. But double logarithmic means I might have to like make something. So this angle here, then make it a slightly less angle there. If I can find the same color, maybe not. Got it. And then make it slightly less here. Still 16 bucks. No, that's October 2025. Okay. Oh no, that's this year. Yeah, that's it'd probably have to be down even. But like I'm saying, folks, $1 is easy to do with a coin with the pumponomics like this. I mean, it hits everything. It hits DeFi, it hits cross-chain, it hits Oracle. Like even some aggressive downward slope like this. That's still $1 by October, folks. And we're following this straight line right now. So this, I mean, BEPRO could literally hit like 15 billion market cap. It could. Which that would put it at like $8. And it's at a penny. Well, under 2 cents right now. And we were buying it when it was a fifth of a penny. That's when I started making videos on it, when I bought it at 0.002. So anyway, BEPRO, we got a couple play options here. Is what you need to be looking out for is hopefully you've drawn your trend line, your origin lines like I have. And if you want to see how to do that, you might want to put it on the daily to try it, or maybe even the 4 hour. But yeah, I use the 4 hour to draw it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so see how I connect the candle there, connect the candle there? That's the dark green line. For the light green line, where things started breaking out on that first little mountain, I connected the high to the current, or to the previous high, and that's the aggressive line. Because it could follow that. It really could. I really don't think, I mean, I don't think it will, but if it does, that means BEPRO is going to scream past $1. I mean, and within a few months, this is going to go crazy, because we're on a blue sky breakout, both on the USDT pairing. So look, nothing stopping us. There's no resistance, no support that would become resistance. And on the, and look, I hate it when TradingView does this. Doesn't know how to scale properly to Bitcoin pairing. Look, these were our huge resistances. Blue sky breakout on both. So really the only plays you really have here are these origin lines and maybe on and moving averages to figure out when to buy dips and when to place your 10 bags. You have these origin lines, all right? Because it's blue sky breakout. You don't have this to set your 10 bags on the BTC pairing like I was here, and like we do on a lot of our coins that are screaming up on US dollar pairing, but are still way down here on the BTC pairing. And look, folks, as on my Twitter, I keep telling you, hey, this coin, it has the cross happening. Look, the cross isn't just powerful on the US dollar pairing. So on the US dollar pairing, since Bitcoin's been going up, the US dollar pairing cross happens before this cross. So really, price of BEPRO was screaming right here. Price was already screaming. So let's go to the 8th, or let's go to the 15th of February. Let's take a look. typing in February. Look. Look, see? Price was already screaming. So this cross happened. This is the same thing as when it was down low on the BTC pairing, because BTC has also been going up. So to make gains on BTC, that means you're making like double, triple, quadruple gains on the US dollar pairing. And this is why small alts scream faster than anything else. Way faster, folks. If you're a big cap, large cap coin, you know, if you're a coin loyalist to something like that's 200 million or above, you know, Holochain, Fantom's at like, I don't know, 400 million, because it's dropped more than 50% from its 89-cent high. I think it's like at 36 cents. So it's almost like it's at 40% of its all-time high, or 38. It's crashing down exactly as I anticipated. And all these, you know, all your Fantom folks are like, no, 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 no. I was like, yeah, it has to. Like, it's not possible that it doesn't, because I've been studying this stuff for 4 years. I already know roughly what's going to happen, or a mixture of five possibilities, 3 most probable and 2 what ifs, is what we do here on this channel. And anyway, you're better off in small alts, folks, if you want to max your gains. But anyway, so yeah, let's do this. So yeah, BEPRO, kind of wrap things up with BEPRO before we move on to the next one. Let's look at the 1 hour. Yeah, this was a strong move. It stayed above its 1 hour 10 EMA. Now, time frame wise, you don't ever want to use anything lower than a 2 hour, except judging the strength of a current breakout. Right now, if it can stay above the yellow line on the 1 hour, that's looking really good. That should align with the red on the 2 hour roughly. See, look, exact same thing. This is pretty strong. Let's look what it's done in previous runs. So it's gone down. So yeah, I mean, look, you can anticipate it come down to the 2. So I'm on the 2 hour time frame, to the yellow line, which is the 21 description section that shows you how. I mean, we can come all the way down here and then pump all the way up. But I think it's going to go higher first, allow this yellow line to come up. If I had to make a guess, based off the idea, it looks like it's trying to hit this. Something like that. I think it'll keep riding the 10, maybe check that, come up, really ride this, maybe go sideways and then scream up. I mean, I think this has the ingredients to hit 4 cents and quickly. I mean, this month. This could really start screaming, folks. So which would mean this is less than half the move. All right. So these moving averages on smaller time frames like the 2 and the 4. So even when a move stays above the 4 hour 10 EMA, that's really strong. That means the move is not over. And a lot of times a move can come down and hit the 4 hour 21 and the move is not near over. I mean, look, this is all one move before it screamed even more for a bigger move. And it was going down way past the 4 hour, right? So when you see drops like this, that's a 35% drop. You just got to go to a bigger time frame and see what it's hitting. So I just switched to the day. What was it doing? Coming down to the 21, a very perfectly fine EMA. Even though people get scared of, no, don't be scared. It's above its 21 exponential moving average on the daily. That is healthy as hell. And it stayed above it the entire time, besides when it wicked down to touch the 20 simple here. So, and right now I only have 3 moving averages. I have the 10 exponential, the 21, oh, I look totally bald there. The 21 exponential, sorry, and the 89 exponential, because that's what BEPRO's been playing across all time frames. So I kind of figured I can get rid of everything else. Although here, if I were to put back on the 20 simple, make it a thinner yellow line, you'll see that it actually came down to the set, like to the 1/10,000th of a cent, and it hit it. Look at that. Look how perfectly it hit it. So that's why you play moving averages and dips, because it will hit one, and it will hit one perfectly. It's just a question of which one. And the reason why this happens, folks, it's because a lot of people like you and me, not even like big players, there are no whales in BEPRO. They're not going on KuCoin and buying a coin that no one, almost no one knows of, which is great because we're getting in early. This is still early, like still very early. I mean, this could go up 100 times from here, like to $1.70. This is still early, even though it doesn't look like it. It is still early. Would I buy it right now? Probably not. I don't buy glory. I would buy a key level. Like I would probably wait till, regardless of it going up to 4 cents first. I don't care. I would wait for it to come down and hit the daily 21 EMA. I would just miss out. I don't care because I don't want to buy here for it to then come down and hit the 21 and I'm out. How much of my money? I put $1,000 here. I'm out. I go down to $600. That's why you don't buy glory. And then you're stuck. And then it takes like 3 weeks to get back up. And you could have been making gains off other things like that are about ready to pop, like Bolt, which is what we'll do. So I put my 10 bags here. And what did I do? I actually scouted out 𝐻, but 𝐻 had already popped. Okay, it already, and I already held 𝐻 bags and I put my 10 bags here. Look at this. Look at it. This is why you do 10 bags. All right. 𝐻 had already popped, so I saw my 10 bags sold. So now I had 2 sets of 10 bags. And what did I do? So we have a lot of coins scouted that are on the verge of popping. And the reason why we know 𝐻 is on the verge of popping is not just because of this and because it's recently checked its weekly moving averages. So it just, like, this is a good moving average. And not only did on the USDT chart, it's recently had this red cross, but more importantly, the reason why I'm hyper bullish on 𝐻, like to go up like 20 times, I mean, literally before summer, is because of this. Look, so I'm on the BTC pairing. You have to look across pairings, right? Look, it hasn't even made the cross yet here. So when Bitcoin is still going up, assuming it, because it probably will, it's probably going to go to 80. It's going to hit somewhere between 80 and 110,000 on this run. Maybe 76, somewhere between 76 and 110. So if 𝐻 can break that all-time high on US dollars, that's going to bring this up to here. And then 𝐻 will probably chill out around here for quite a while, and it'll let this red line. So this, again, this is the BTC pairing, not the this is not US dollar. Yeah, I mean, actually, 𝐻 might get stuck here. It's either going to get stuck under this line on the BTC pairing, or it's going to scream past and come here, which would actually make this go like that, which could happen. Yeah, I actually think 𝐻, because it's going to have a blue sky breakout soon on the US dollar pairing. When this line was lower, it was 3 weeks out. So if it doesn't get above this yellow line, this red line will stay about here. It'll go close here, and it'll scream up on the first week of April. Maybe late in that week, but it's going to scream here. And on the BTC pairing, on a percentage basis, that's 30% against Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin's going up, that's like a double your money on US dollar pairing, right? If Bitcoin is going down or staying sideways while this screams, it's going to bust right through this. So, and then it'll hit this line. But on the US dollar value, it'll probably be about the same increase, because if Bitcoin's going up and it gets stuck here, that's probably double your money on US dollar. But if Bitcoin's going down in a correction when this screams up, and 𝐻 will bust through this on the BTC pairing, and this would still roughly be the same US dollar value of 𝐻. So hopefully you understand the difference between BTC pairing, but you need to read both charts because people's bots are programmed to both. A bunch of bots are going to be buying when this, and I kind of anticipate this is going to happen because it's so close to a blue sky breakout. So it's going to get a blue sky breakout, cool its tits for just a minute, and then this is going to happen, and it's going to pump harder, just like BEPRO did. All right? Oh, yeah. Speaking of BEPRO, let's see why we got this double pump. Want to guess why? Does anybody want to make a guess? Because we got the red cross on the BTC pairing, right? It happened first on the US dollar, and then it happened here, double pump. And this is what's getting ready to happen with Shaw. It's going to happen. Because people's bots are programmed to it. It's that simple. But anyway, I caught BEPRO. I straddled my orders at 0.016. I thought Shaw would pop next, but it had already popped. And since I had already had bags and I had my straddled orders, I had 2 sets of 10 bags. Description section if you don't know what that means. And now look what I did. I actually woke up late last night and did this. I bought Bolt because it is on the verge of screaming up. So catching 3 runs in a row, folks. This is why you don't just hold Fantom and hold Holochain and beat your chest. Sorry. And beat your chest saying it's going to be a top 20 coin. Who the fuck cares? Do you want a top 20 coin or do you want money? Like, who cares about your coin loyalty? Coin loyalty is not going to change your life. It will not. Especially you Cardano. If you're a new viewer and you hold Cardano, hopefully you can see by this point why you shouldn't be, why holding Cardano is really silly. Apart from the math behind it. And if you want to see the math behind it, go look at my other video about Cardano. It's the worst buy in all of crypto. Fantom was a good buy this January, last December. It's not now. It's not. Even if, okay, let's go to Fantom. So look, so I'm gonna hit a 3rd run in a row. This one's taken off. And it's going to hit this line, just like Shaw. And I made this line before it hit it, folks. I made this line on my videos weeks ago, and I didn't make it off. I made it off the daily. All I did was align these candles with that roughly. That's it. And look to where price got. Let's look at it on a 2-hour. Look, how long did it stay above that? Okay, let's go down to the 5-minute. So this is about 2 minutes, 5 minutes, another minute. So it stayed above that for less than 10 minutes, and I was sleeping. No, yeah, I was sleeping because my alarm woke me up so I can go buy other stuff with my stuff that just sold. Because I'm scouting multiple coins that are about ready to pop and really increasing my gains big time. And my account is screaming up. While stuff like Cardano and Fantom, your account's screaming down and staying the same for a month, like weeks and weeks and weeks, right? We don't do that here on this channel. So look, you only had 10 minutes of this, less than 10 minutes. Let's look at that on the 1-minute scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 minutes. Because on the 5th minute it fell. Exactly where I placed I straddled my orders. Exactly. And then I was able to go buy Bolt immediately because I've scouted it out and I know it is going to pop pretty big. And so I was buying around here. And this will be a double your money to here. Watch. 100% is double your money. This is more than double your money. $1,000 becomes about 2,200 here. 2,130. Pump after pump. So this is like a 3-bagger, right? Or no, I shouldn't say bag. This is a hat trick. 3 in a row. Now, I don't like the way Bolt moves though. So I don't know if this will scream, even though it is a small cap and it really should scream. Look at its trend. Look how it's gotten up to this point. It likes to, like, even a big move, it's very choppy. I don't know why this price action is that way. However, the reason why I suspect that will change and it will bust up is because on the Bitcoin pairing, just like Shaw, oh, this is the daily time frame. Look what's about ready to happen. Look what's about ready to happen. And I think this is what Shaw's going to do. I think Shaw will be closing above the yellow line and then getting stuck at that resistance that you saw on the other chart. I think it's going to do this, but it's not going to take off until, so Bolt actually might take till next week. The cross doesn't happen till next week because it's on this tick. So next week's will populate here and it might be 2 weeks. because that next tick doesn't close until not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So this might take 2 weeks to scream, unfortunately. But what happens is a lot of bots front run it. They, instead of buying across, they buy a positive slope of the red line, with it being within 5% price distance of here. And that actually happened on BEPRO, watch. So some bots were programmed to front run the cross. This is versus USDT. So look, it started screaming before it crossed. So bots were so they were going off positive slope and a percentage difference, like however much. So if positive and 5% away, then buy. And then more bots, once it did cross, more bots bought it, then more bots bought it, then more lines started crossing on different time frames, right? And then, so that happened before the BTC pairing crossing, but also look. So when this skyrocketed, this red line was not yet crossing, because, I mean, it was here, and the red line slope was more like that. So it was front run. So I think Bolt and Shaw, you know, they're in this boat right now. Like, this is about ready to happen, folks. Look, Shaw. So I think Shaw's going to scream soon. It's going to cool its tits for a minute, scream, perhaps this week, come up here, and then spend 2 weeks above, probably touching this line. And then once the cross officially happens, all these bots are going to be buying it. So the first week of April, it's going to scream. Shaw is going to scream the first week of April here in about 15, 16, between 15 and 20 days. Bolt sooner, next week. Which makes me wonder why Shaw broke first, but it's because its US dollar pairing was a pretty good buy. So this right here is what makes me think Bolt on the US dollar pairing is going to change its groove. Instead of going to the 4-hour chart to kind of study its price movement, it hasn't had price movement aggressive like BEPRO. Look how choppy this is. This is choppy and slow, choppy and slow. But why has it been choppy and slow? Because it hasn't had that cross to where a lot of people's bots are scanning all of the coins across all exchanges and just buying crosses. Like, literally, there are hundreds of millions of dollars just buying crosses. Now, do they put hundreds of millions of dollars in small caps like this? No, but they're probably throwing like $1,000 at it, 500 at it, and you have a ton of bots doing that, it's going to skyrocket. So I think it's going to break this choppy trend once it can initiate the bots buying the cross on the BTC pairing, because it's already happened here. Oh yeah, and look what happened when it crossed on the US dollar pairing, right? Bots front run it, smarter bots sold it, and then bots bought it back. The same bots who pushed it down here. So what happened here is this is a battle of smarter bots versus bots under 100 IQ relative to average intelligence of bots. Because in January, the bull market wasn't in full force. So what you'll see as a trend is a lot of coins, if they got front run before retail investors, like most of my viewers here, retail means you were not in this space in 2018, 2019, 2020, spending an hour plus a day in crypto, right? That means you're retail, which is not a bad thing. That's what this channel is for, to help you maximize your gains. Anyway, so since this happened before retail, the smarter bots sold it on them, dumped it on them, and then bought it back. It's just the very few coins like Fantom where this early pop, it maintained and kept going. I think that front running actually happened on BEPRO too, but it was too early before retail got here. So yeah, Bolt's ready to pop. MTV. So let's really quickly go over other coins we've been following on this channel for pops. So look, if you're new to this channel and you're like a coin loyalist to Holochain, Fantom, something like that, just look at this. Math, okay? Math. I'm trying to help you. I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to help you. Like, seriously, I'm trying to help you earn more money. Watch. We were scouting this coin here on this channel when price was here. Why? Because this got front run. It came back down to check it. And right when it checked it, that's when I was buying. And once it stayed above, then I advertised it to my viewers and my Twitter saying this is ready to blow. Because it got front run and came back down and tested it. And when it stays on the red and yellow line, it actually closed above the red line. That's super bullish. I knew it was going to take off. And I knew it wasn't going to cool its tits much longer at all. Look at this. Look, watch, math. 532% run. That means 6.3 times your money. $1,000 in the matter of 3 days became 6,300. Go to the daily chart. 1, 2, 3 days. 3 days. And what did we do? You see these yellow lines here, folks? What did cryptillions and crypto crackheads do? We knew that it might have bust through here, but we sold 10 bags here and a 10 bag here for 20 bag total. Description section again. And now, as we're waiting on this to recover, we're making money with what we sold. We didn't sell all of it necessarily. You might have. If you don't want to hold MTV for a long time, hell, I would have 50 bag and 50 bagged it. That's why I did the VRA. I just 100 bagged it. That was not a long-term hold with me, and I more than doubled my money. I 2.6x my money. So, for example, $1,000 I put in became $2,600, and it happened in the matter of 2 days. 2 days, just like this. But I kept about 90%. I think I 5-bagged and 5-bagged it because this is such a low cap, and I think this has the chance of turning $1,000 into $1 million. So this has a lot of the ingredients, but not the pumponomics as much as I wanted. Like BEPRO. BEPRO, if you were buying under a penny, well under a penny, like under half a penny, under 0.005, then your $1,000 could easily become $1 million this year. It could easily. Let me see if that's right. Oh, I can just move, actually be 10 times $2, yeah, times 1,000. Sorry. Yep, $2. So at $2, if you were buying at 0.002, which is when I made my first videos at 0.002, and my pump group started kind of making it take off because it was the perfect moment, just like we're scouting here, right? I'm showing you. $1,000 will become $1 million when BEPRO hits $2. Exactly 1 million. And we were just saying earlier that even on that dark green line, it's gonna hit $1 by June. Can your Fantom or Cardano or Holochain do that? You want to go look at the math on your coin? If that's your coin? Again, I'm not making fun of you. I'm trying to freaking help you because there is a limited amount of time that this party is going to go on. This party could end in October. You don't have much more time. Now, will it end in October? Probably not. It'll probably be a 30% flash crash, and then it's like Bitcoin will probably like double after a flash crash to hit like 300,000 or 200,000. Maybe 325 or 400,000 even, because a lot of institutions are hodling and they're taking their Bitcoin off the exchanges. It's a very different landscape, and this could scream. I mean, actually, this run is more aggressive than the last run by like triple. This is very aggressive. So this could easily pass 300,000 bucks this year. But the party will be over in December, January. Around Christmas, New Year's, it's over. If you don't know why, look at the description section for the market cycles video. Don't think that it's going to go up forever. It's not. Don't think, but things are changing. Things are different. No, they're not. No, they're not. Your money will go from $1,000 to $18. Seriously. Every $1,000, if you hold altcoins, will turn into $18. If you hold Bitcoin, it'll turn into $27. Because Bitcoin had an 83% drop, 83.5. Crazy. Actually, no, that would make you, that would be $18 with Bitcoin. With Cardano, your $1,000 became $1. I can't remember what the math. $1,000 holding Cardano last time became $1.23 because it was a 99.77% drop. $1.23 from 1,000. The party will be over. The party will be over. Don't think it's going to change. It's not going to change. So I'll start making videos soon on how to get out and you know what to do when you get out. No tax advice or anything, and no sell here type of stuff, but key levels, all that stuff, what to do, how to keep earning interest with your stable coins as the market goes down. And then you buy the bottom once it starts rounding off. And now you have like 50 times more crypto because you bought a 90% correction and you were earning interest as it all dropped, but you waited a year and a half. And now you have 50 times the amount of crypto, probably with half the money. You can cash half of it out and let half of it grow. 95% drops mean you can buy so much more, folks. Like 50 times the amount. I mean, think. Cardano, $1.23 times 50. You know, it's over $50, right? But you had 1,000. So you could buy like 500 times the amount of crypto. Don't write it down. The party will be over. I'm telling you. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Something weird could happen where we get a double pump till May, like something freaky, but that's about the most it could go. But it's probably going to follow the trend. Tax season in China is the same as here. People are going to be selling. It's going to crash the price. And then people who don't watch this channel and don't understand it, they'll be selling. It's just going to capitulate, and it's going to last a year and a half. And then it'll round out for another year and a half, for 3 years total. And then the fourth year, now that things rounded out, what's going to happen? Retail buyers come back and things go parabolic. It's just the way it is. And if you want to learn why that is, go to my market cycle video in the description section. So let's go look at Fantom, right? So we got to complete the math, right? Okay. Let's look at your top 20 coin. Okay. 39 cents now. If Fantom gets to $2.40, that would be the same. Actually, no, higher. I said 526. $2.48. That's the same gains I got in 3 days from MTV, from scouting coins. 3 days. Do you think Fantom's going to hit $2.48 in 3 days? No, it's not. It might take the rest of the year. Really sorry that they're 98% of crypto YouTubers are doing stupid crap like saying Chainlink to $700, Cardano to 25. I'm really sorry. And those are the people who get everybody wrecked. All they're here is to get your clicks and your views, and it's clickbait, and the whole video is clickbait. And it sucks, and it ruins the space because you're going to get wrecked. Your $1,000 of Cardano are going to become under $2, and you're not coming back. And this space is awesome because this crypto is going to rival Forex, your foreign exchanges, the S&P 500, and NASDAQ, mark my words, and it's going to be before 2030. It'll take less than a decade. Bitcoin is already over 1 trillion cap. Yo, it's going to happen. And if you get wrecked by watching other clickbait YouTubers, which is almost 100% of them, the two YouTubers I have in my link, from whom I learned, plus the book that's in there, those two are not. They'll tell you how it is. If they think it's going to be a price crash, they will tell you. They're not permabulls like clickbait faces, right? But 98% of YouTubers in crypto are. Chainlink to $700, you know, like what the hell? Come on now, people. And I'm sorry that is. But so your Fantom is like, yo, 3 days. Come on now. Let's look at Holochain. And and also, it doesn't matter if you bought Fantom back here. Why are you waiting 5 weeks for it to go sideways? You know how many times you can X your money and then come back and buy that much more Fantom? Well, you know, and you just buy a breakout like on the daily. Once you see it really recovering and closing above the yellow line, which is the 21, then you buy it back. But you want to wait until price goes above it, comes back down, and stays above it. You don't just buy it when it goes above it, because it's going to come back down, and oftentimes it crashes below it, even farther than it crashed the first time. You wait for it to go above, land on it, stay, and that's when you buy it back. So if you want to do that, that could take another month or two. Why keep your money going down and sideways when you can like 10x it and buy 10 times more of your chest pounding coin, right? Like, even if you like Fantom, that's fine, but you can have more Fantom if you sell Fantom, period. Because you get in and out of coins that are popping, right? And same with Holochain. I'm telling you folks, like, I'm here, I'm trying to help you. And I just don't understand why people feel proud about having bought a coin and that it's going to be a top 25. I just don't, like, I don't get it. It's kind of like being proud of an opinion, and you haven't ever really rationalized your opinion, you know, like, you don't know the core, the nuts and bolts of I don't know why, like, why would you ever be proud about an opinion? You need to be trying to prove your opinions wrong. I went on a rant on that earlier. I'll save you from that. So this is actually a pretty nice run. Okay, but look, 190%. Wait, what? Wait. How many weeks is this? Or no, how many days? 3. Okay, wait. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. So it went on a run. Okay, watch. 330% your money. It's 43 days on this impressive. This is an impressive run. 43 days though. Is that bigger or smaller than what I got on MTV in 3 days? Smaller. So what could you be doing, Holochain fans, this entire time? Doubling, tripling, quadding, 10xing your bag so you can buy more. And what did I say was a good time to buy it back? On Fantom, watch this. Watch what happens. Watch. Went below the 21, skyrocketed above, you don't buy. You wait for it to come back down and settle on what? The yellow line. It settled above it. It touched it, wick, stayed strong. This is when you buy. And you can buy back 10 times more Holochain. 10 times. Because these 43 days you were doubling, tripling, and doubling again and tripling again. You have plenty of time to do it. You just have to scout for over an hour a day, like I do. But that's how you get wealthy. You have to put work into it. You have to know what you're doing. Coin loyalty ain't going to do it. It's not going to do it. Isn't that weird how I said on Fantom, when you wait, the exact same thing happened, right? Why do you think this is? Am I a genius? No, I'm not. I just know how price moves, right? So check this out. Price, okay, all this is, look at this crap. The price of oil, price of rice, price of black market testicles. I don't know. Doesn't matter what it is. It all moves similarly. Why? This is a map of human psychology mixed with a little bit of bots. But who is programming those bots? Humans. It's just when they would have clicked buy, but they don't want to look at it. So therefore, it's still human psychology and emotion. This is a mix. So psychology kind of is emotion mixed in like that. That is a kind of like a subcategory of psychology. So this is a map of human psychology. How long has it been since human psychology has changed? Never. Humans have been around, depending on the anthropologist you ask, between 80,000 and 150,000 years. No, I think I think they have evidence of potentially 200,000 years. Hasn't changed. That's why I knew this. That's why I was able to say this for Fantom and come here, and the same damn thing that I just said was a good time to buy it back was the exact time to buy it back. All you have to view this as a map of human psychology. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. You just have to have 5 things. Your 3 most likely, based off all of human psychology, whether it's the price of oil or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be crypto. Although crypto swings are bigger, but so are your gains. If you know when to get out, which you should, because it's human psychology. It all works the same, right? Your 3 most likely, which here going up, I think the most likely would be it would scream past, come back down, either rest on the 10 or rest on the 21 for the 2 most likely, or dip down below it to hit the 20 simple for your 3 most probable options. My 2 what ifs would be it comes up here and actually aggressively stays way above, comes up. But that's a what if. That's not even the top 3 most probable, or that it makes a lower low as the second what if. But it's a bull market here. I would have never, it's not a most, now in a bear market, absolutely, it would have done this and come down even lower. I mean, and a lot of dorks would have been buying it here. And it just, for it to crash. But in a bull market, that would be like your way, like less than 1% chance what if. But you still need to know your 2 what ifs, your 3 most probable. That's how I know this. That's how I knew when a good time to buy is. It works the same every time. Every time. And the way you make money off of this map of human psychology, and this is the hard part though, right? Viewing it in retrospect and all that stuff is the easy part. And making making a system based off patterns of the map of human psychology. The difficulty, and I will warn you, it's the emotions. It's your emotions. Your emotions of, it's going to be a top 20 coin. That is hurting you. Or going back to BEPRO. Let's go to the 2 hour. Your emotions, even if you bought it down here, you know, you saw your account when it took off. Like, let's say, oh, $5,000. And then, oh, no, now I have $2,300. And then you sell here. And then it just skyrockets up. That's emotion. You can't have, you need a system. And Cryptilians and crypto crackheads knew, wait, BEPRO's playing the 2 hour. Look. Purple, 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 purple. Okay, so we know it'll some point come down and touch the purple, but when can we tell? By the RSI. It's also playing the 2 hour. When RSI gets stuck below the white line, which the description section has this, that means you're topping, or very likely topping, or going to go sideways for quite a while. So we knew to sell here. Very simple. 4 hours should have been doing something similar. I personally play the 4 hour more than anything. So right here, so I would have been late to the game, which is why you should sometimes refer to the 2 hour. However, the 2 hour will give you more false signals, but that's still how I knew to get out. Because BEPRO is a young coin and it's made new highs, so you can't use this price history back here at all. Therefore, the 2 hour, the only reason why this is, and it's probably still playing the 2 hour, folks. If you want to make money off BEPRO, I mean, going the 2 hour, 4 hour, and daily is the way to go. Now that you've already seen it on the weekly and we already know what's going on there, playing the 2 hour, 4 hour daily is the way to go. On a deep correction, it'll like I anticipate the second. I think the same thing will happen. First one comes down to the 2 hour. First drop comes down to 2 hour 89. Second one goes to the daily 21 or the daily 20. It'll probably be the same exact thing. When can you know when to sell? Same thing. It works until it doesn't work. So keep playing it until it doesn't work. 2 hour, not just comes below, but it gets stuck below the white line. So this white line is the average of the last 12 ticks, or the last set of 2 hours. So the last 24 hours in this point, because this is the 2 hour time frame. 12 of those 2 hours is 1 day. So this is the average over the last 12 2 hour candles, or 24 hours. So when the RSI, which goes by each 2 hour, the relative strength of the previous move. So the strength of this candle being bought relative to the strength of all this, right, is lower. It's even lower than it was here. Even though price was lower, the relative strength of this candle versus all these is stronger. Why? Because price is going up. So when relative strength on the 2 hour gets stuck below this, you know, it actually could ping off like twice. So it could do something like this, get stuck, and then bust through. And why does that happen? Because it's waiting on the 4 hour. That's it. Or it's waiting on something on a higher time frame like the day. Like a lot of times why it does get stuck and then bust out is because it's waiting for this green line to form a juncture like this and touch the white line. Because the daily RSI and the 4 hour to get your second pump. Oh, yeah, exactly here. I'm talking here. So a lot of times when the 2 hour does get stuck for 2 ticks, it's just waiting for this to happen. To get your second pump in a run, you often get one check, another pump, another check. You often get 3 on the 4 hour. But your 2 hour gives you a good heads up on, okay, it's time. Like this is your warning. Like this is, so don't use this as your primary decision making. Use this as a secondary. That's like your lead. It's like a tip or a clue. You know, if you are a private detective or something, this is your clue. You haven't solved the case yet. This is your, so that's the good part about lower time frames like 2 hour. But don't play around with the 1 hour and 30 minutes. Don't do that. And the only time you ever do that is maybe the 1 hour is to figure out how strong is this move. It's staying above the 21 still. I mean, it stayed above the 10. Like this run is not over. It's not. It's probably going to hit this line. But even if it doesn't, even if it goes something here, it comes down. If we form support here, that's bad. It means people buying with $1,000 back at 0.002 will be a millionaire. It means. So this is good either way, even if we don't. Like if we can just stay here and form a base, that means we are going to hit that line. If we hit it later, look how high it'll go. 63 cents. By when? This month. So it would be awesome if BEPRO could just do this for days. Like, let's say for 15 days, if we could just go and just form a badass base here, that means we're probably not going to dip below it. This would be awesome. So it'd actually be, you know, so that price is actually still going up slowly. If we could be like Bolt's price action, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and just prove we are not going below. We are not going below. Well, what's going to happen? Why does price go up? Because sellers turn to buyers. Why do sellers turn to buyers? Because they realize, shit, price isn't going down. That means what? Oh, that means price is going to go up. I better buy now. And if it does that for a whole month, hits this line. What did I say, 63 cents? Maybe I was off there. 17 cents this month. I don't know why I said 63. But still, 16 cents this month. What are we at now? 1.5 cents. Small cap power, people. Not your Holochain, not your Fantom. And if you want to be a coin loyalist, fine, but get into a small cap that's about ready to blow. For our system here on this channel, 10x your bags, catching 3 and 4 runs in a row, and then go buy your Fantom now that it's still going sideways and down, right? That's it. What other coins? Oh, I had some new coins I wanted to show you. Our vertical. Just crossed. So look. And this is a working product with 21 million vehicles. So it's Carfax on blockchain. That's what it is. Based in UK, Europe. Working product, been around for a couple years. Look, it was front run just like BEPRO, just like Shaw. I don't think Bolt got front run. I can't remember. But anyway, so this is the BTC pairing. It does not trade against the US dollar. And what does that mean, though? That means it actually has the chance to pump harder. Because to make gains on this chart, you have to make gains on Bitcoin. And what is Bitcoin doing? It's going up. So when this goes up, what does that mean? That means you're going double up on your US. So when you look at coin market cap, the value of this in US dollars, it's going double up when it goes up on this chart. Is it going to go up on this chart? Hell yeah, it is. Because why? We just got the cross. Robots, people's bots front ran it. Those same bots, actually, you know, bots that sell here, they actually could be also the ones that were front running it. And just to trick these bots here, the bots who buy here, because it's sold here for a reason, because that's when it crossed. So it dumped it on them. But now that it came back here, and bots are programmed by whom? By humans. Why do humans, like, on what stipulations, parameters do humans program bots? Off of their psychology. Look. Like, this could skyrocket, folks. And I think the market cap is like 6 million or 8 million. Small. Active dev. So is it a Pumponomics coin? It hits a few of them, but it's not a DeFi Oracle cross-chain coin. It doesn't matter. Bots are going to buy it. It doesn't have your perfect Pumponomics like BEPRO does. Let me pull up one more coin. So, oh yeah, the coins that I've scouted are on my Twitter. The only one that I don't like in retrospect that I shouldn't have posted was that Forest Plus. That's a dead project, but still, I bought it anyway. You know why? So I wouldn't recommend getting that one. But everything else is, what's my computer doing? Everything else is good to go. So look at my Twitter, Forest. Yep, bots are going to buy it. And the reason I bought it anyway, even though it's a dead project, look, this is versus, I think this is versus the dollar, but still look, I bought it around here. No, I bought it here. Yeah. A couple days ago, because this candle's only been here on the weekly for a few hours, right? So I bought it about here. How big of a run that is. That's almost 5 times your money. 400% is 5 times your money. That's at the bottom. It'll probably spike through. Look at that, 700%. And you're just buying it before bots do, because the bots are going to buy it once that crosses. And where's it going to go? What are the bots programmed to do? To find weekly candles and where there's a lot of resistance and start taking profits there. And they'll take profits here, they'll take profits there, and they'll take profits. They'll take profits there. This is what you should be doing too. So, you know, this is one you want 100 bag. And then go buy your Fantom or Holochain or BEPRO, because like, this could be perfect timing to get into this. And then BEPRO is ranging out and going down. You know, you 5x your money here, and then go buy not just 5 times the amount of BEPRO, even more because it just fell. This is where the money's at, people. It's cross-chain your 10 and 20 bags. So here, like, you know, since you don't know which one to do, I would just do a distributed, an equal distribution description in the, what that means is in the description section on the straddle order. I would do an equal distribution all through here. No, actually, I probably wouldn't. I would probably do a bottom heavy. Just in case it doesn't get up here, I've sold more than half my bags between these two. What'll probably happen is it'll either come up halfway between these lines or spike through that line and come down. Very similar to what Silo. Oh yeah, we caught Silo on this channel too. I tweeted and made a video on it. I said Steam is erupting right. Look, where we bought it is flat now. Right there. Or no. No, it was on this one. See this big spike? I saw it and it came back down to here. And I tweeted and I made a video. Hey, this is going to blow. This is going to blow. Because that's a lot of buy pressure. And look on the weekly. What was happening? What was happening? What was happening? What was happening? The cross. So the idea of this being front run and coming back down, it could happen. But I think that only happens before retail investors have gotten here. I don't think that's going to play out this time. So this was technically front run. But it could come, so watch out. I mean, this could come back down all the way. Let's see if you make a line like so. Draw the line out like this. This could come back all the way down to 0.00216 easily. That would be one hell of a buy. But will it come back down? Probably not. I don't think it will. Because retail's here and the bots probably aren't programmed to sell that hard. Look, so I drew these yellow and red lines. Look, what I drew is probably going to play out, but just a little higher. Those will probably dip down to here, and then base, and then come up maybe around 21st of March. And it'll probably bust through and come out all the way up here. Because the 4 hour, see folks, when I said this is really good, and it was going up, it came back down. So it's going to get stuck here. So this is, but we've already taken, we've taken 10 bags here and here. We're good. And now you can buy it down when it comes to here. It's probably going to base here. Does that align with the key level on the 2 hour? Oh, look at that. The purple line. It's probably going to come down and hit it. What is it line with the 4 hour? Oh, I've removed it. Probably aligns. If I put the 4 hour 55, it probably aligns with that too. Watch. Look at that. So some bots are programmed to the 4 hour and they'll buy at this blue line. Some bots are programmed to the 2 hour. They'll buy the purple line. Same level. Some bots are programmed to the daily. Guess what's going to be there? The red line, the 10. They're all the same. So it's going to come down right when the 10 crosses, essentially. You could probably just look at the 10. Probably going to come down, hit the 10 right when it crosses, and then come all the way up here to 0.0067. Human psychology, it doesn't change. Now, that's just one. That's just your most probable. So when you're trying to figure out something like this, you have to think of 2 other most probable situations and then 2 what ifs, right? So that's so if you are just doing what I just did and you stay with that, like this is what's going to happen, you're going to lose your money. You need to be prepared for 5 things in all plays that you're looking at. 3 most probable, 2 what ifs. Other coins that I was looking at though, God, there were a couple good ones. So that car one of them had perfect pumponomics and is a tiny micro cap. If I'm looking on another screen here, hold on. And I already tweeted about it too. And I think I said it's, oh, I could just pull up my Twitter, couldn't I? E++. DAP. Yep, DAPP. So it's like DApp, and that's actually, I think this has like 2 million cap. On the weekly, it already had its cross. Twice, had a fake out and this. Okay, so this is doing the same thing as Shaw and Bolt. It's getting close to its all-time high on the dollar. But what's happening here? But here's the thing. Look. Remember when BEPRO really started taking off? When this happened. Look at that shit. It's and where's the resistance? Way up here. And to make gains on, so this is gains on Bitcoin, a 50% gain. How much of a gain is that on the dollar? A lot more. And honestly, it might wick up to here. So these are your 2 points of resistance. And this is why putting your 10 bags, specifically selling into Bitcoin, is often better. Because this is where the US dollar price is going to cap out. I'm telling you. So wherever this goes up on the US dollar chart, it really just depends on what the price of Bitcoin when it gets stuck here or gets stuck there. That's it. That's how that happens. I'm telling you. So making buying decisions off of the US dollar pairing and the BTC pairing, making sells, assuming like BEPRO, you know, if price is way up here on the BTC pairing, you can't do this anymore, right? But that's the importance of 10 bags. You can 10 bag it while this still exists, while there's still price above it to the left, So, yeah, like you would just maybe straddle your orders between both of these, like an even distribution or a bottom heavy, like a triangle bottom heavy distribution, which is I would probably do an equal distribution here, because it'll probably do something like MTV did. Spike. See how much that spiked up? It'll probably do like that. What other stuff did I get on my Twitter? This shit's gonna hit 4 cents. Oh, that's BEPRO. I'm trying to look at, oh, Eden Chain. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to push that on you guys. I'm not certain about that one. High risk one. But look at my Twitter though. But DAP and that CV, the car vertical, those could get hot like BEPRO. Microcap, and especially DAP, it has a great marketing team. It's been active the entire time, and it's a pumponomics coin. Hits all the buzzwords, has high coin circulation. DApp or Car Vertical has high coin circulation, has great marketing and active team and a working product with paying customers already. However, it's not a DeFi, cross-chain, Oracle. So a lot of the moon boys coming into the space aren't going to YouTube it and learn about it. So they're not going to buy it. So it might not scream as much, but then again, it could. It's very low cap. But yeah, that DApp coin, it's really low market cap. So, oh yeah, so look what I'm about to, last thing and I'll be done. When you're trying to figure out when, like whether you or not you're going to buy a gem that has a cross. Dapper coin. Well, what was the ticker? That's not it. You have trouble actually finding the dang coin. Yeah, so it's DApp token. APT. So what I do first is I look at market cap. Well, you can't see it here. So you look at the fully diluted market cap and realize that market cap is way below that because that is going off of the total supply. So the chance of this only having 1 billion coins in circulation and it being a fifth of this, so like 1.8 million cap, is very high. The volume's good, 163,000. Okay, this is what's going through my mind. Is this a fake coin, scam coin, whatever? Looking at the tokenomics, can't really tell, unfortunately. You go to the website, which is what this is. Okay, looks good. Then you go to community, and I right-click. Because if you don't right-click, you have to reload the page. Look at both of these, whatever pops up. So if it's on Medium, that means it's pretty active. How long ago? March 15th, boom. But also you want to make sure they weren't inactive since June 2020 and then just posted something recently to try to look active. So you kind of go down and look for dates and okay, they've been active the whole time, and do the same for Twitter. Because a lot of coins that died and got abandoned, what the founder of that coin is doing is they booted back up their Twitter and they're starting to post. But no, shit didn't happen between June and now, right? You have to watch out for that. So you scroll down. Okay, 3 hours ago. Let's get like to January, something like that. March. Well, this is a lot of posting just in March. Yeah, they've been heavily active the whole time, right? I mean, this is heavy activity. And a lot of coins who are not American, they don't spend their time on Reddit. So not having active Reddit is not a big deal. Like, that's not even a real thing for crypto. Like, you don't need Reddit. That's not even official for crypto. But you having Twitter and Medium is way more official than Reddit, honestly. Because you can accomplish the same thing on Twitter as you could on Reddit, essentially. So roughly the same thing. So yeah, that's what I go through, those things. What's the market cap? What's the diluted market cap? Website look good? Is it pumponomics? You know, Do we see the word DeFi, Oracle, cross-chain? Let's see. DeFi. DeFi is on here, this page 12 times. DeFi, DeFi, DeFi. Okay. Let's look for the word chain. Cross-chain. Boom. Okay. Another keyword for Pumponomics. Oracle. Doesn't have the word Oracle. Protocol. Checks almost all the boxes for Pumponomics. Those are the key. So in 2017, the coins that screamed like Neo went up to like 15 billion, even though it was just a website, literally had nothing else but a website. It's because it had the keyword smart contracts platform, smart contracts. And people were throwing their money at it, not even knowing what a smart contract is. So this run, the Pumponomics is DeFi, Oracle, cross-chain, protocol, all together. But the new one that's really taken off, which I haven't gotten in the space, because I don't like buying coins without price history. So I'm just going to miss out, is your NFTs. And plus, they're trading on shitty exchanges like Uniswap. I'm not dealing with a $1 fee to buy $10 of a coin. Screw that. And almost 100% of the scam coins in crypto right now are trading on Uniswap and PancakeSwap, because the other websites like KuCoin and all that stuff, CoinDCX, Cytex, Bittrex, you know, obviously Coinbase, Binance, obviously, they vet them. PancakeSwap, Uniswap aren't vetting them. So if you're buying a new NFT coin or whatever, a DeFi coin, the likelihood of it being a scam coin is way higher because it's not vetted. That's one of the bad sides about a decentralized platform. It's the Wild West. Pros and cons. That's a big con. So that's kind of what I go through here. I think we're good to go. And yeah, Cryptillians and crypto crackheads, you just got Timified. We'll see you on the next one.